Hey guys, I need to create a background for my newest model. Now that I am completing my model rigging, I'm getting to the point where I want to create a new background for my new Live 2D Witch Goddess model. I love her so much, she looks so good. But I wanted to add some kind of scenic vibes to her. So, the big question is, what do I want? Well, I kind of want to make it magical. I'm thinking maybe a bookshelf, maybe some books, and then like a cool like witch globe, maybe a broom and a window. There's so many ideas that I have. While drawing this, my goal was really simple. I wanted to create the items first, and then I wanted to rearrange them in a room. At first, when I made my first room, which was Luna's room, I made the room first, and then I made the items within the room. I don't think this works for me because I wanted to look at each individual item, spend time making each individual item, and then once I've created all the items, I will then rearrange them to make them look good in a room. And this also allows me to use the reference tool. So this tool lets me draw things symmetrically, and then I would draw things asymmetrically outside of the tool. I really like doing this, and it really helps with items that are symmetrical, like this bookshelf. I wanted to make it super symmetrical, minus the books inside, and then obviously the plant. Once I have all my items down and I've rearranged the room to the way I like it, then I will draw the walls, and it'll be all super simple from there. Then it's pretty much just color and go. My biggest plan with all this was to kind of have like a magical cottagecore theme type, like space. I really like cottagecore stuff. And then also have it be witchy. Like I'm making this broom and I wanted the broom to look really cool and kind of witchy, but also like with plants and things. Cause I love nature and I love plants. So I wanted this like old school looking broom with like this vine running through it. I thought that was like a really cool idea. Once I finished with the broom, I then went to the window because I wanted to add a window, I wanted to add some ambiance, and I'm thinking maybe like a nighttime window. And then once I started drawing the window, I'm like, you know what? I can have my little fennec fox laying there sleeping. So then I added him as well. And that's why I put in a reference to make sure I drew him correctly. And then I'm also doing this in layers because I wanted to animate it. Of course, why not? I'm always down to animate my scenic views. What is my best advice when making these things? I don't think I'm a really good background artist. Actually, this is like my first real background that I think I'm doing somewhat okay in. I think it's really just thinking about what do you want in the room itself and care for each individual item that you make. It will make the whole room look good, and don't get like overcomplicated with everything in the room, because I think what happens is we see so much clutter in a room, we get overwhelmed, and then drawing each individual item is not on our minds. We want to get the whole thing done, and I really think it's important to just spend time on the items that you want in the actual background itself and spend less time thinking about the clutter. And I think that's helped me a lot because when I did Luna's room, I thought too much about the clutter. So as you can see earlier, I took the bookshelf and made it align to the wall, and that was pretty easy. All you have to do is just use the distort tool, and you can distort it to make it look basically like it's stuck on the wall. And it was pretty simple as that. That's why I think making the items and then just distorting it and arranging it later is way better. At least for me it was. I don't think every artist does it this way. It just seemed to be easier. Once I had these items arranged, then I wanted to have my globe. I wanted to have my magical globe ball that was going to be the kind of part of a focal point of the entire room. And so I just went in and drew it right up against the window because I thought, well, the window's going to be kind of a focal point. Well, I also want the globe to be a focal point. And then I went on this spree of drawing vines everywhere because I'm like, why not? I'm going to make it all very witchy and viney, and this is going to look super cool. Not going to lie to you guys, I am very proud of myself for making this. I am absolutely shocked at how well I made this. Yeah, this was me trying to make a stool, and I'm like, that didn't work. And so I had to redo the stool because I wanted a little stool by the bookshelf where she could sit. Just something simple, you know? So then I had to think about like what parts do I want to move in the room, and I wanted some of the vines to move. I don't want all the plants to move. I don't want it to be excessive. So I added extra layers for the certain vines and leaves that I want moving, and added like extra layers for the fennec fox because she's gonna move too. Once I was pretty much done fine tuning it, then I got into the color. This, guys, is like the coolest part of it all. I don't know, I had some inspiration at looking at other backgrounds. There's another thing, like I wanted to make it simple. I didn't want to make it like overly complicated because I think I tried too much with Luna's background. I wanted this one to be more simple, and it's okay to have like empty spaces, like where the floor is, just empty space. I feel like is okay. And sometimes like I feel like I want to hate it, but it's not a bad thing to have, especially when you have it as a background. You don't want too much going on. That way your character is still the focal point of the entire thing. Even though, yes, I have a focal point in the background, I still want my character to be the focal point. Oh, it's looking so good. I am loving the colors. I stuck with the blues because it's going to be like a nighttime theme. And then also, like, my character has a lot of blue colors, and so I'm going to stick with the browns and the blues just to kind of match with it. I'm hoping it's not too much. Like, that's what I'm really hoping, is that the colors are not going to clash too much. Like, it will be too much blue and too much brown that, like, it just drowns her out. But we'll see how it goes. You know, I'm just kind of experimenting now. If I have to, I can change the colors later. But for now, I'm so far really liking the colors. And here I'm just like messing with the moon, making the moon like pop and look good. To me in the scene, the stars matter. I want the stars to look so good, you know, that you're looking outside and you're like, oh, it's so pretty. My goal is to also have them sparkle too. So there's going to be some that sparkle and some that are just flat there. I have so many cool ideas with this one. I'm excited to have it done. So guys, while I'm cooking here, I wanted to give a shout out to Winter. Thank you so much for the awesome new music. This is gonna be my theme song, guys. So not only are you guys seeing the background, y'all are also hearing the most amazing music that's going to be my theme music from now on. So hope y'all like it. Well, y'all better if y'all are gonna be watching my videos, because man, it's what's gonna happen is this music and this awesome background, and y'all are gonna love it. Okay? Y'all are gonna love it, because I'm going to be magical as can be, and y'all are just gonna enjoy the cozy vibes, and that's how we're going to be, okay? That's just how it's going to be. Guys, I love this ball. Like, look how I made this ball. It looks amazing. And it's gonna like float, have floaty things. It's gonna move. I'm excited, guys. This piece is turning out so well. I'm so excited. Like, could I draw this? Yes, I think I can. I think I can draw this. I didn't know if I could, but now I know I can, and I know how to do it, and I know how to make my brain think about it. And that's what you have to think of as an artist, is how my brain can figure this out. And I figured it out, guys. I cracked the code of making backgrounds, something that I'm awful at. I kind of want to back up here a little bit and talk a little bit about my vision for the future, because I've got some really, really big plans. Although I'm not a huge fan of AI and like art and stuff like that, I did ask AI, because I was just curious, like, AI, what do you think about my channel? What is it you see in my channel? And AI thought I am sparkly, I am magical and cozy. And I'm thinking, maybe AI is onto something, because AI was telling me you should do more of that. It said focus on the sparkly, focus on the cozy, and I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I kind of am a sparkly person. I mean, even in real life, love like sparkle things. I went to the mall the other day and I saw like this sparkly purse, and I was like, I love it. I love shiny. I love sparkly. So I'm going to make that a part of my channel. It's just bam, in your face, sparkle it out, be loud, be out there. So that's just what's gonna happen. Guys, we're almost done. We're almost done cooking. But I still have to animate it. Even after being finished with all of this, I still have to animate it. This piece is taking me a long time. To be real, it is taking me a long time. And I think all backgrounds probably do this, because normally like a character could take me maybe a few hours. I could get a character done in like 2 hours. But backgrounds, there's just so much going on, and because I wanted it to look good, this background's just taking me forever. And as I speak now, I have not started animating it yet. I'm making the video as I'm drawing this, so I'm not quite there yet with the animation. More to go, but we're going to get it done. So pretty much here, I finished coloring the books, and then I colored my stool and just did the little details here and there. I'm not going to show all that. But then I was thinking, do I need to add something? Because initially I was thinking maybe I could add like some sort of sparkly magic to it. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to experiment with it. And so I did add sparkly magic, which you'll see here in just a second. and I decided to keep it. I liked it, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna let it flicker and sparkle, so it's gonna be magical. All right, guys, we're in the home stretch now. Here is to the animation part. I didn't want to animate every little piece of this. I just wanted to animate a few places. And so those are the places I pretty much just focused on making their own layers. So just a few vines, the globe, and then my little fennec fox, which I'm trying to figure out a name at this moment. I'm thinking Andrew. Maybe Andrew would be a cute name, like Andy, Andrew. Maybe. I don't know yet. I gotta think of a name for him. Well, as you can see, just a little bit of movement with the warping tool, and then also just the regular movement tool is all I pretty much did here. So I did 3 vines this way, and then I also worked on the opacity of the sparkles of the stars. These animations are very simple, but they make all the difference, especially in a background, because when you've got the background and you've got stuff going on, it makes it more interesting, I think. So that's why I like a little bit of movement in my background, just don't want too much. I think that just the right amount can make the background a little bit more interesting, but not take away from your character. And that's kind of what I found with some of the backgrounds that I've made, is sometimes the background can take away from the character. So you just got to watch like how much you do with animating the background to where it's just not too much. But this is like probably one of the funnest parts. And like here I'm trying to make the fennec fox look like he's sleeping, and then move his ears a little bit so he twitches a little bit and sleeps. It's kind of cute. I like it. If you guys don't know which program this is Procreate Dreams. Procreate Dreams being a very simple animator. Most animators, there's more complexities to it, but this one is very, very simplistic. So if you have Procreate, you might as well get Procreate Dreams. If you don't have Procreate, I recommend trying something like Live 2D. That is what I'd recommend as far as like animating in general. Is Live 2D is a great animator, as well as makes VTubers. You can animate VTubers using Live 2D. But I have used it for the animation part, and I think it's awesome. It works just as good as Procreate Dreams, if not better in some ways. I hate to say it. I just like the way it works more so than Procreate Dreams, but Procreate Dreams to me is easier to use on my iPad, and I'm always like on my iPad, so that's why I use this program. This last part is Canva. I just went in to see if they had any extra effects that I could add to the picture, and I added a few little effects here and there using Canva. Just very simple, added like, I guess, little stars, little dust areas, but I didn't go too ham on this. I pretty much stuck to the simpler stuff. And so, guys, ready to see how it looks? And here it is. Oh, I love it, and I'm excited to use it for my next Live 2D model. I am super excited to show you guys. So what do you guys think? Do y'all like it? And if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe for more content like this and awesome content coming up. Guess what? You'll be seeing my new Live 2D video, and you'll see some pretty awesome other animations too. But guys, don't quit creating.